Star Wars is doubling down on wokeness and coming up with another female director. Look, we're going to dig into this, but really quick, guys, let's get a quick look at our sponsor. Bum, bum, bum. There it is. We are, well, come on, load. It does not want to load. There it goes. Sorry about that, guys. See, let's do a quick word from our sponsor, Uncommon Grounds. They are a small micro roastery coffee company that they roast their own beans once a month, guys. That's it. They cook them, they ship them, and you drink it. It's good stuff, guys. I've been drinking several of the flavored coffees, but like I said, these are a friend-owned company by Melvin and Michelle Keel. They want your business and they want you to have fresh coffee, guys. That's the most important thing. Fresh coffee is way better than the stuff you get at the store. So go ahead, check them out. I highly recommend clicking on their Coffee for a Cause if you want to help with overdose awareness, or if you're just looking for a good morning coffee, try the Sumatra, guys. This Sumatra coffee, oh, it is so good. It'll really perk up your morning. But there's all kinds of others: Columbia Supremo, the Mombasa. Sometime I'm gonna have to try this Tanzanian peaberry. They're little smaller beans than regular coffee beans. Ethiopian coffees are also really good. So guys, give them a shot. Try them out and see what Uncommon Grounds Limited has to offer. Link in the description. And as always, use promo code HANDY at checkout and you'll get 10% off your order. Just remember, the cutoff date is February 4th, and this roasting is for orders to be shipped in February. January orders are done. So guys, get them in now. Get next month's coffee. Let's check this out. From Blaze Media, it's about time that we had a woman come forward. Upcoming Star Wars director promises female-focused Jedi movie. Written by Andrew Chapados. Disney's Star Wars franchise started off 2024 with the promise of more to come in terms of what ultimately turned audiences away from the studio in 2023. After Disney was rated the worst movie studio by Variety due to its poor performances from the Marvel Cinematic Universe and even staples like Indiana Jones and the Mickey Mouse brand, they wasted no time letting people know it's not done yet. Appearing on CNN's International New Year's Eve celebration, Charmeen Obaid Chinoy told host Christy Liu that production on the new Star Wars film she is set to direct may start production soon. The Pakistani Canadian director has typically produced documentary shorts, winning 2 Academy Awards. However, she recently directed 2 episodes of Ms. Marvel, which I don't think anybody saw that series at all, and which is a female-centric superhero show starring Muslim actress Iman Vellani, who was also in Marvel's massively disappointing feature, The Marvels. You guys, nobody watched The Marvels. Nobody has watched Miss Marvel, except for maybe a few people. It's fallen off for Disney. They are just dang taking all of the losses, over $1 billion this last year. I'm very thrilled about the project because I feel what we're about to create is something very special, and we're in 2024 now. It's about time we had a woman come forward to shape a story in a galaxy far, far away, she added, per Hollywood in Toto. CNN's host noted that Obaid Chinoy is the first woman person of color to direct a Star Wars movie. It's always got to be a first. We've already had the first woman direct a Star Wars movie. That several of them actually, I think. And you know what? That trilogy wasn't that good. I mean, all of a sudden now ships can just hyper jump into other ships. So, and take them out, which apparently doesn't work in the physics of the Star Wars universe. But hey, we'll just change it to whatever we wanted. It's not the first woman to direct a Star Wars movie at all. Let's see. Let's see what she says here.
The director of the Rey movie just said this.
You know, I'm very thrilled about the project because I think what we are about to create is something very special. And we're in 2024 now. And I think it's about time that we had a woman come forward to shape the story in a galaxy far, far away.
Sharmeen Obed-Chinoy will be the director of the next Star Wars movie, which will follow Rey 15 years after the rise of Skywalker. Clearly, she's not up to date on her Star Wars, as Deborah Chow directed every episode of Kenobi. Bryce Dallas Howard has directed countless episodes of The Mandalorian. Even George Lucas's wife was integral in the creation of the original trilogy. And if that's not enough, Kathleen Kennedy has been president of Lucasfilm for the last 12 years.
So it's pretty obvious that there are women in the Star Wars universe taking control, and maybe that's why the last few things have been flops. I mean, I used to be a huge Star Wars fan, but guess what? They aren't writing the new stories for me. They aren't writing the new stories for you. They're writing them for a very specific, narrow class of people who most likely won't go see it. So, in an Instagram post, Obed-Chinoy said her work in oppressive countries had contributed to her attraction to the role as a director for Star Wars. I've spent my life meeting real-life heroes who have overcome the most oppressive empires and battled impossible odds, and that to me is the heart of Star Wars, which is why I was attracted to the promise of a new Jedi Order, and why I'm particularly excited about being immersed inside a Jedi Academy with a powerful Jedi Master, she added. Oh, great. So they're going to take Luke's story and give it to Rey and mess it all up. It's New Jedi Order. Luke started a new Jedi Academy. There's a whole series of books that used to be canon called the New Jedi Order. And it was about them raising up a new species of Jedi and ultimately fighting a brand new species that is not sensible in the Force. It was an amazing book read. Yes, I'm a dork. I don't care. Kennedy then seemed to see in a video shared by IMDb, Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy said that the franchise has been looking at everything we're doing now as being kind of overarching look at the evolution of the Jedi. Kennedy then seemed to imply the future iterations of Star Wars could be treated as one-offs, which would avoid potential long-term disasters. Everything's connected in a way that it's not something we're setting up where one doesn't follow the next. It makes a huge difference, she added. Basically, they've lost so much money on that last Star Wars trilogy where they had to complete the 3 overarching movies to complete the story, that now all the movies in the Star Wars universe have to be one shots that can tell a complete story without having to have a sequel, because if the first one doesn't make money, then they feel that they have to make the second one, otherwise the fan base will eat them alive. But the fan base is already eating them alive. If you've seen the rise of channels like there's Nerderotic, there's Geeks and Gamers, there's all kinds of other big, massive channels reporting on this stuff all the time. This is all they do. Their bread and butter is digging into the entertainment that shaped them and who they are as people. So, when asked what she learned from the most recent Star Wars trilogy, Kennedy said that she believed people want to return to a feeling, and that Disney has been working to find passionate filmmakers that have something to say who are going to give those stories meaning. It was a space western opera, the original Star Wars, a space western like soap opera, and it worked. It was good. It was different. And even the prequel trilogies, they were okay. They didn't capture that same magic that the original did. I guess probably because George Lucas had more time to write the stories than he did for the original trilogy. So they grew and they got a little bit bigger. I mean, amazing effects. Could have been so much different. I mean, the last trilogy that Disney came out with should have been so much different. But like, what's his name? That oh geez, what I can't. Adam Driver said, "Wokeness killed Han Solo, guys." And Elon's piped in on this. Elon Musk slams Disney Star Wars after new woke Pakistani director announces it's about time that we had a woman come forward to shape the story. While discussing a new Star Wars movie that had recently been announced, award-winning Canadian filmmaker, yet we already talked about what she said, billionaire entrepreneur Elon Musk reacted to the news saying this is getting ridiculous and agreeing that Disney shareholders should file a class action lawsuit for breach of its fiduciary duty. Musk and Disney have gone head-to-head before. Musk slammed the mega corporation for not boycotting Meta over ad placement as they did Twitter, and told CEO Bob Iger that he would not be manipulated over ad buys. Literally, the "go F yourself" heard around the world. series was imagined and created by Lucas in the 70s. And once again, they talk about the studio behind Star Wars being held by Kathleen Kennedy, and then all the other female directors that have shaped the stories in the galaxies far, far away. And even some of those episodes of The Mandalorian directed by Little Ron Howard. Ron Howard. I had to think of him from like Happy Days to remember who he was, and other shows. His daughter, some of her episodes were okay, but the Mandalorian I watched, and when it turned into the Mandalorian on that last season, I got it tuned out. And they even admitted that the story was not about the Mandalorian that we were watching, but it had switched to be a new Mandalorian, the princess that he just hands over the supermassive kill everything sword to. So yeah, we've had a lot of things coming out. If you guys don't know, Rachel Zegler is starring in the remake of Snow White that they just had to take back to basics because Snow White didn't have any dwarfs. It was Snow White and the 7 racially diverse people, of one of which was short, but they were all supposed to be dwarves. But yeah, the House of Mouse, Disney, on its last 8 films has lost over $900 million. So you got to say it, get woke, go broke. And Disney is going to double down this year because they have to. Apparently, they can't stop. There's still all these people in the corporation, and they've done a lot of layoffs on their DEI departments recently, and the people are still in charge of making the movies that believe in this garbage. So, all right, guys, that's all I got for this one. I'll be looking to make a 3rd video. After this one will go live about 2. Remember, check out our sponsor, Uncommon Grounds. Follow me everywhere you got social media. You'll find me on Truth and on X. Links are down in the description. And also share these videos, like it, and leave a comment to help with the algorithm, guys. Help boost these videos up. All right, thank you. That's all we got for this time. We'll see you on the next one.